Hey everyone, it's Marcy Bullock. We're going to talk about true colors. This is a card deck that I usually give out in class, but in case we're not face to face, I am asking you to look at my share screen. I want you to compare all of the boxes in each row. Okay, a row goes across A, B, C, D. Do not analyze each word, just get a sense of each box. Score each of the 4 boxes in each row from most to least as it describes you. So a 4 would be, if I looked at B and it was 4, I would put a 4 here. If C, this one was second most likely, I would put a 3 here. If D was third most likely, I would put a 2. And if A was least most likely or somewhat, then I would put a 1. So you're going to do that as we go across and you're going to score it in this video. So I'm going to be quiet while you look at this, and you can pause this as well. And you're going to do the first 4 rows now. All right, so you have paused it and done the first 4 rows. Now we only have 1 row left, which is row 5. So you're going to do the same thing. All right, so after you have done that, you are going to score. You are going to score. So I need to make this a little bit smaller if I can. Yeah, get this all on one page. All right, so now what you can see is you can see that you are going to score it. So based on A, H, K, N, and S, that's going to be your top orange score. D, E, L, P, and Q, top green. Top blue is C, F, J, O, and R. And top gold is B, G, I, M, and T. So now is the time where you are going to score your assessment. So pause and score. All right, now you've paused and scored. Now you know your top, second, third, and fourth. The most dimly lit color is your fourth, and the brightest lit color is your top score. And so you can look at your order there, and you're gonna let me know which color you came out. Now you know your color spectrum. This is a great slide which shows you a little bit more about the colors. So when I first did this, I was a blue. Surprise, if you've not gotten to know me yet, I don't think you'll be surprised when you read that. But what I had as my dimly lit color was green. That was the one I needed to brighten up a bit. And that's the one that I'm still working on. And that's the thing about True Colors. It's just a way to understand our personality. And I want you to think about True Colors in the sense of, you'll probably remember your color, and it's not meant to be a label or a stamp on your forehead. It's just meant to be a way to improve yourself as a person and get better. So look at the greens and oranges, and then the golds and blues. And in the True Colors Part 2, I'm going to tell you even more about True Colors. But before we get to Part 2, I am going to switch my screen share to the PowerPoint, and I'm going to tell you just a little bit more about True Colors, and then we're going to wrap up Part 1. So this is a 2-part video. I see your true colors shining through. So look at this. This is a great way for us to think about true colors. When you look at this picture, some of you see what? An old woman. Some of you see a young woman. All right, if you've seen this before, you know what I'm talking about. It's the first time you're like, wait, I don't see it. I see one, I see both. All right, so the young woman, just again, take a second and see, this is her eyelash and she's tilting her head around. And this is her chin right here. And this is like her neckline. That's the young woman, that's her eyelash. All right, if you couldn't see that, the old woman, this is her hair up here, and this is her nose right here. This is her eye right here, whereas this was the ear on the young woman. And for the old woman, this is her big chin instead of her kind of start of her neck. The reason I show you this is we all see the world differently. And that's why I love True Colors, because it helps us to understand. A lot of times we look at a card deck like this. And if we're in person, you would look at this, all 4 of these cards, and you would order them on your desk in front of you. So blue may be the first one. For me, it was, because it's like people looking happy together with a rainbow. And it's all based on your visuals. Gold, you might see, ooh, there's a piggy bank there. There's a clock. Yeah, I really like that one. That's our gold people. Our analytical people, they've got the question mark. They've got, you know, they're trying to do some kind of formula with a book. And then our orange, like orange, woo, it's dice and fun and excitement, and they're just sliding on in. All right. So think about these 4 different colors. And again, we've got a 2-part video here, but I want you to just get a quick overview of what these 4 colors mean and associate it in terms of who you are. We're also going to do some activities in class surrounding our true colors. So take a moment to pause and read this slide. And then last slide for this particular video, and then we'll have a part 2, is I want you to look at the personality types in True Colors. And I want you to remember that personality is something that you can grow in, change, improve. If you're low in one area, like I am in green, I'm recording this at home during COVID, and my fridge is behind me. And if my ice maker stopped working in my fridge, what I would do is go, the ice maker stopped working, and I would loudly proclaim that in my home, and someone, probably my husband, would come on over and look at the manual and fix it. That's because he's really great at doing these things, like understanding complicated things, and he likes knowledge, whereas I'm more on the sympathetic, compassionate side. It's kind of like a right brain and a left brain. You've heard that before. So blue, big into authenticity, values compassion, doesn't like insincerity, and expresses enthusiasm. Gold, into duty and dependability, dislikes disobedience, and expresses a concern and a purpose. Green, I talked about you, knowledge, intelligence, explanations. Here's how you fix the ice maker. And they dislike injustice, and they express calmness. Orange, skillful. You like finesse. You dislike rigidity. You don't want to be in a box being told the rules, and you express a lot of optimism and confidence. So there's lots of things you can Google about True Colors to learn more about your true colors. But for our first video, what we're going to do is we're going to stop here, and I'm going to encourage you to watch video number 2, because it's really important to understand your true colors. So enjoy learning about yourself: orange, green, gold, or blue, my kindred spirit people.